Thank you very much. Honourable Minister for Works and Housing, Samuel Atta-Atcha, Honourable Deputy Minister of Energy, Dr. Mohammed Amin Anta, Mr. Suleiman Koni, Ghana Chamber of Mines, Mrs. Pauline Anaman, Africa Center for Energy Policy, Professor Godfred Bookpin, University of Ghana, Franklin Kudjo, IMANI, Nicolas Gebara and Madame Villas, representing BUSAC, representatives for business organizations, international development partners, representatives of the media, ladies and gentlemen. We in the Embassy of Denmark, together with our good partners, USAID and the European Union, appreciate the value of dialogue and informed exchanges. This is the reason why we're jointly supporting BUSAC, the Business Advocacy Challenge Fund, to inspire discussion and consensus building on issues that are of importance to both the private and the public sector. We are very happy that the BUSAC Fund has commissioned IMANI to undertake and launch a detailed report that seeks to learn from the successes and challenges of other countries in the implementation of local content policies. The need to learn from the mistake of others while improving upon their successes has often proven to be the best approach to find good solutions. I think we can all acknowledge that local content policies are pertinent in ensuring alignment between the structures of a country's economy, its productive sectors, and the country's need for wealth creation and employment generation. Others have done it successfully. Ghana can and should do the same. We believe in the improvement of the local content of Ghana, and the President's vision of Ghana Beyond Aid makes this even more important. Denmark is phasing out our development cooperation with Ghana at the end of 2020, while we will continue the business cooperation. We see improved local content as an important condition for improving the ability of Ghana to engage in trade and investments with its international partners. We appreciate the need to improve skills of the Ghanaian workforce, and over the past 6 years, our Skills Development Fund has been improving the skill set of Ghanaian businesses to enhance their productivity and profitability. We will continue to support the Skills Development Fund until the end of 2020, and we're looking for other partners, including the government of Ghana, who can continue the efforts after our funding will stop. We also believe in the importance of creating as many Ghanaian jobs as possible. The largest Danish company, Maersk, has about 2,000 employees, of whom 98% are Ghanaian. Developing supply chains so Ghanaian companies are entering into partnerships with international companies are very important. And one of the tasks that keep our business team in the Embassy of Denmark on our Wall Street very busy is to support such partnerships. Local content is important, and it's understandable and appreciated that the government of Ghana is doing its utmost to ensure jobs, skills development, and economic prosperity for Ghanaian companies. Local content is not a simple concept, though, and I'm sure that the discussions here today will reflect also on how not to implement the local content policies based on the examples from Botswana, Zambia, Brazil, Nigeria, India, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. How to go about the local content agenda is crucial to success. We and other international partners see the following principles as very important to all actors involved. First of all, local content should be transparent and predictable. It should be a policy that is unambiguous, easy to understand and easy to interpret. It should not mean different things at different times, depending on the lips speaking it, nor the ears hearing it, and definitely not depending on which minister or ministry is talking. Local content should also be consulted with all relevant stakeholders, Ghanaian business organizations, foreign investors, think tanks and others, to ensure that decisions are taken on a complete and enlightened basis. We have had good experience in some sectors of thoroughly talking through the implications of, for instance, requesting full Ghanaian ownership in a short-term perspective with relevant authorities. Sometimes this is possible. Sometimes it's completely impossible and would only lead to a range of dispensations which make the implementation of the policy non-transparent and incoherent. And finally, policies of local content should not have retroactive implications, so companies which have already invested are suddenly seeing the signed agreements undermined by new legislation. This creates uncertainty and fear among investors and financing institutions and will make it very difficult, if not impossible, to obtain international loans for investments in the country. I was asked to give brief remarks, and I've probably already spoken too much, so I'll stop here and then only say that I look very much forward to the discussion and to our continued cooperation on this very important issue. Thank you very much.